Blog Talk Radio.
Rockers in Recovery Media is dedicated to carrying the message of addiction recovery through music, news, events, and festivals taking place within and not limited to the clean and sober community.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Waking Up Blessed. I'm John Hollis, your host of this show, right here on Rockers in Recovery Radio. You can check us out by going to rockersinrecovery.com. You can listen to the show every day, each morning, 9 a.m., by just clicking on the Listen Live button. It'll bring up the show for today. You can also check out the radio tab up top, the navigation button. You can also check us out at Rockers in Recovery on Facebook. Pinned each day is the daily show. You can check it out. And, of course, listen live. Today is a great day. We get to wake up blessed, and mad, glad, or sad we don't get to use today. That's what my sponsor told me, and that's what I'm listening to each day. You know, the words and wisdom of the people that came before me, and most importantly, you know, how they lived their day through the principles that they have put into their life. And most importantly, we get to do that, of course, through different avenues. For me, it's about starting my day with prayer and reading the little black book and feeding the squirrels and, doing what I do each day out on my front porch. So it's kind of a cool thing, how I start my day. But, everybody's different, and everybody has their own way of doing that and how they deal with their trials and tribulations through their day. So really, Waking Up Blessed is about starting our day with inspirational stories of experience, strength, and hope. It's brought to you by SoberMap today. You can check out SoberMap.com. Our guest is Randi Gold, and Randi works a hell of a program, and she's a great lady, and we're going to bring her on and speak with her and find out what Waking Up Blessed means to her. Randi, welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning. How are you today?
Yeah, so far, so good. Any day I'm above dirt, it's a good day.
Yes, absolutely agree.
So, Randi, question. What's Waking Up Blessed mean to you?
Wow, so, the first thing I thought of when you were speaking is the gratitude. I mean, waking up blessed is another day, just like you said, above ground, not having to opt out, picking an opt out and just being grateful to have another day sober. I'm headed on to my 8th year of blessed recovery and, again, working a strong program and dealing with life on life's terms. I mean, we all go through a lot, but when I start my day with a prayer, praying for others first and then myself, thanking God for my recovery and the blessings that come with recovery, that's what waking up blessed means to me. And then I can move forward, John, throughout my day and pretty much take on anything that comes my way.
Beautiful stuff. So in the morning, do you have and you were touching on it, but what is your morning starting out like? Do you get up and pray? Do you hit your knees? How does that work for you?
Yeah, sure. So the very first thing I do is get a cup of coffee
Yeah,
because that's, I just I get my coffee, and I realize that I'm blessed to be able to do that, and that I'm not still in the treatment center that I was 8 years ago, although that was a blessing. The little things mean a lot to me now. I mean, just having, freedom to be able to get up, make a cup of coffee, and then I get on my knees, and I thank God for my recovery, for basically saving me to be able to help others. I pray for those still sick and suffering from the disease of drug and alcohol addiction, and just pray that they can also see that there is a better way. And then it could get personal, and it could be about someone specific that day, but it is always the beginning of my day to thank God for my recovery and pray for those still sick and suffering, and then to pray for others. And then I end my day the same way on my knees right by my bed. And it's just about routine for me, and that has been working for me for 8 years, doing the same thing every day with consistency and making sure that nothing gets in that way. And if you think about it, I mean, that's kind of an easy thing to do. It's free. It doesn't involve anything. Of course, I work my program, and I do talk to my sponsor. I do go to meetings, but absolutely, without question, If I can't make a meeting, that might happen. I'll make another. But without question, my day is going to always start with a grateful prayer, and it's going to end with another grateful prayer.
Great stuff. Through the day, we go through our trials and tribulations, and, hey, listen, things pop up, good and bad. And when the bad things start to arise, and when I say bad things, I mean, hey, listen, situations that may disturb us, may, get us angry, get us frustrated. How do you deal with those particular moments as you're going through today?
Okay, well, I think about that a lot, because one of the things that I do like to share is a lot of anger from me, which I cannot afford, is, will build into resentment. And the thing that I have learned, and I think this is key, is, with anger comes pain. However, we cannot allow pain to overstay. So we can allow it to, I say to myself, I must allow pain to visit. I must allow it to teach me something, because it's there for a reason. Likely I need to look inward and see what's going on. But I must not allow it to overstay. And I think, for me, John, in the past, that's what I had done. I had allowed that pain and that anger to overstay. And ultimately it took me for the roller coaster of my life, all the way up and all the way down. And, we can stay in that anger and allow it to build resentment. But, for me, it cost me many, many years of resentment that I had to fill with anything I could basically get outside myself. And, we all go through things. I mean, people have been through trauma, and that can cause anger. And, trauma causes us, changes that we don't choose. But when we choose healing, it causes us changes that we do choose. So, and I think early on when that happens to us, I mean, for me it was as a child, and if I can, I'd like to just share a little bit about that. Children are great listeners but lousy interpreters. So, if you're going through something at a young age, if somebody's listening right now and they're in their 20s and they've lost a lot, let's just say they're angry because, they come from a divorced family or death or even for someone like me, sexually abused by someone I trusted, all this loss can build up into some kind of an anger. And, I didn't understand that there was another way out, until at that point, I just was so young, I found alcohol. And alcohol at that point was what I thought was going to help me. And for a while, yeah, I mean, sure, it would numb the anger. But, it took everything away from me. There is a cost to not feeling. And, so I don't allow myself an opt-out now. And, one of the most powerful things, that I had heard from my family at some point was, you will die from this. And those three words stayed with me. And I just cannot afford to opt out or be numb from anything, because, that resentment will cost me my life. And so, dealing with it and not having to suffer with it and understanding that there is a way out, really is, for me, what was the best thing. I didn't feel cursed anymore. I didn't feel like I was heavy with something anymore. And, and we cannot do this alone. I mean, we can, as you know, we can't do this alone. It's so important that we seek help. And, the most powerful three words I ever said next after my brother said that to me is, I need help. And something, I'm 50 years old today, and I found my way at 42. So I didn't have to suffer all those years trying to numb out. But, that was my journey. It's where it took me, and some people are functioning. I functioned for many, many years, angry. The anger propelled me to be at the pinnacle of my career as one of the youngest female general managers in a television marketplace. But that was just a career, and that was not my life. And my life today is about helping others and staying in front of recovery and understanding that all the money in the world or any other opt-out that people have, or I chose anyway, was not the answer. So I allow myself to visit the anger and visit the pain, because there's always a lesson in it on why I might be angry. But I do not, and I suggest that we don't allow it to overstay, because all that resentment, if we're not equipped to handle it, can really almost cost us our life. That's a long answer.
Absolutely. Good answer. Actually, you brought some things up, and I want to touch on them real quick. in a lot of cases, and myself included, as I was going through the trauma parts of my life, and especially when I started to write about it in a 4th step and discussed it in a 5th, and one of the things that it did was it brought up a lot of anger that was not really dealt with in my 5th. Yeah, we talked about it, and yes, there was, at one point, my sponsor said, yeah, that happened to me too, but that trauma was still there. And there were certain things that I needed to go do with outside help to help me get through those things too. So, the cure-all is not just the silver bullet as being the steps. Yes, that definitely gives us our lives back, but it also brings up things that we need to work on more so. Would you agree?
Absolutely, and I'm so glad that you said that because I did not know that there was help. Think about that, what you're talking about. Children are we're great listeners, but we are lousy interpreters. So we might interpret that, our parents being divorced is they abandon us. They're choosing, let's say, another family, or, death is if it happens suddenly or whatever it is, I don't have anybody. And the truth is, if I would have sought therapy or I would have sought counseling back then, I definitely could have saved myself some understanding. So I totally agree with you, because you want to know something? When I got sober, I did check into rehab and crawling into my hands and my knees. However, and I did, one of the things I wanted to share with you is I wrote myself a letter, and which said in treatment, and I got it when I got out, it basically said, Dear Randi, you will lose everything. Trust me, /alcohol, because I did lose everything. And I started taking the suggestions. I carry that letter around today. This is 8 years later. But I took one of the suggestions was, after you get out of treatment now, which I should have done when I was younger, again, hindsight's 20/20, we suggest that you continue, not just with a sponsor, but you have trauma that unless healed, and unless, with a professional, which is my counselor or my therapist that I still see today, we want you to go ahead and seek out, outpatient, which is therapy to deal with the stuff. So even at 42 years old, John, I was grieving losses that I had from childhood trauma. So it's never too late. But yes, we need, if there is help out there, we should seek it. And I think if you have therapists, sometimes it might, just like you might not meet your first sponsor might not be the right one. When it's the right fit, and you seek the help that is necessary, whatever that looks like. And for me, therapy was key for me. And even if I'm just on maintenance, if it's once a month or it's once a week, it is absolutely still incorporated into my program today. So, yes, therapy, if you can, find the means to get there and find a great therapist. And there are the great therapists out there. The healing inside, because I always say the alcohol and the drugs for me, John, they were symptoms. It wasn't the core of what was causing me to want to numb out. Because even at the pinnacle of, career or anything else that I did, I still would look up or look down looking for say, why is this still hurting? What is going on? So when I finally got the help that I needed, in addition to a 12-step program and a sponsor, I was able to heal the trauma. And I always say, it's not people say, hey, time heals all wounds. Well, I'm just going to beg to differ just slightly. I'm going to say that if you get the right help, the trauma will push to the left of the heart or to the right. It will no longer stay front and center where I feel like I have to numb and opt out. I now have the coping skills and the healing to be able to deal with whatever comes my way and hits that trigger point that's going to want to make me opt out, because I have healed, I have the tools. I am like someone walking in to build a house with a full tool belt because of the correct help, the therapy, the 12-step program, people's, places, and things that I needed to change. I made sure that I took all suggestions, and yes, so I agree with you. I think it should be more than just that program, if you can, for sure.
If you're just tuning in, we're talking with Randi Gold on Waking Up Blessed right here at Rockers in Recovery Radio. On any of the platforms that you may be listening to, you're going to see Randi's name highlighted, Randi Gold. You can click on that and actually go right to her profile page on Facebook. You can also check her out on Facebook at Randi Gold. Where else can they find you, Randi, if they wanted to talk with you and express more of their thought process along with yours?
Well, I also have a YouTube channel that I did a speaking tour last year with a friend of mine, Captain Sandy. She's a great leader and a spirit in recovery herself, and Captain Sandy, and we did the I Believe tour. So I posted a video of my experience, strength, and hope there on YouTube. It's my YouTube channel, Randi Gold. You can messenger me on Facebook on Randi Gold. I'm also you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, and if you messenger me and you leave me a message on Facebook, I will be sure to get back to you. I'm always there to try and help another. I think that's again one of the blessings that we have in recovery is trying to help one another, and I'm more than happy to list my cell phone to you if you want to reach out and you want to chat about recovery and the tools that I have, and anytime.
Beautiful stuff. If you're listening to the live, of course, show right now, within 10 minutes of us ending the show, the link that you're at, wherever that is on the platform, becomes the archive. So you can share this all day long if you have somebody that might need help, or if you want somebody to listen to the message. It's going to be there. All you have to do is just give it like 5-10 minutes after the show. It becomes the archive of the live broadcast, and you guys can send it out to whoever you think might need it, or maybe yourself later on. Again, I want to thank Randi Gold for being on Waking Up Blessed with us this morning. Randi, you are the bomb. I look forward to bringing you back on next Monday with a special guest that you're going to bring on. But we're not going to talk about that right now because I'm going to do some releases this week. But it's a pretty big thing, and I think people need to tune in. But you'll find out more. More will be revealed.
Well, thank you, John. Thanks so much for having me on today, and many blessings to everyone out there seeking recovery. It is the best and most blessed life, and God bless you, and God bless everybody.
Annie, you're the mom. Thanks for being on the show. Okay.
Bye.
All right, guys, there you go. Randi Gold, she's the best. One of the cogs within the wheel of recovery, and there's so many of them out there, and you can check out Waking Up Blessed, the newsletter. If you want to register for that, go to Rockers in Recovery on Facebook, and the first post will be Randi. The second post, that's pinned to the top. Randi's post is pinned to the top, but you can also go to the second post, which is a sign-up. You can also click on the sign-up button on the Facebook page and register for our newsletter. It goes out once a week with all of the updates for the upcoming guests, plus it has all of the past guests that we've had for the month, and then, of course, there's all kinds of other information, like in the news, upcoming music events. It's really a cool thing, so please, make sure that you sign up right at Rockers in Recovery on Facebook. And you can also do that on LinkedIn, too, and Google+, and they're all over the place. You can also, by the way, kind of a cool thing, you can literally sign up by text now. You can text RIR opt-in to, you send that to 22828. And again, RIR opt-in, and, of course, send it to 22828. And you guys have a great day. We look forward to being back with you tomorrow. We got some great guests this week, and recovery is possible. May I glad or sad we don't get to pick up today. And Randi said it best. Something, get out in front of the recovery, and keep it tight and keep people in our lives. And God makes things possible. So, day at a time. Here we are, waking up blessed. Look forward to speaking with you tomorrow. Have a great day. Thank you.
Your answers you find, I will
Our buddy David Usikian from Smash Palace. Check out Smash Palace at Smash Palace on Facebook. David's doing some great stuff. We look forward to seeing some stuff that I hear. He's going to be doing a show up in Philadelphia, by the way, on September 15th. Check that out at rockersandrecovery.com. We'll be posting that under events. You guys have a blessed day, and don't forget, it's a day at a time.
Rockers in Recovery Radio is based on opinion only and is not meant to treat or diagnose any health or mental health issue of any kind. If you feel you need help for any health-related issues, please contact a physician or mental health professional. The opinions expressed by our guests are not necessarily those of Rockers in Recovery.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.